Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you probably know, on the 20th of August, in the evening of the 20th of August in Russia, Moscow, Daria Dugina, who is or was the daughter of Alexander Dugin, who is a philosopher, Russian philosopher and nationalist that it seems like the Russian President Vladimir Putin likes and listens. I don't think Putin listens to anybody, and he shouldn't. He just maybe you just listen to their advice and then you make your mind. After all, you're the president and the rest are could be your advisors or people who can inform you. That's their role. So she was killed. It was supposed to be he, Alexander Dugin, in that car that she took, it seems like. So she was not a target, he was a target. Nevertheless, she used to work for a Russian media outlet, and we see that the Western media is condemning the attack, and I'm just kidding. All right, so let's go with this article. They're not for media, they're for who's right and who's wrong. This article comes from Fox News from August 21st, 2022. Russia blames US, Ukraine for terrorist attack that killed daughter of Putin's brain. Yeah, like Putin doesn't have any. Russian media, so the Russian media has accused the United States of orchestrating the attack that killed the daughter of Russian President Vladimir Putin's close ally. And I'm quoting, Daria Dugina's death will likely rally the Russians who suspect Ukraine's hand behind the attack, end quote. And that's the Koffler, Rebecca Koffler, president of Doctrine and Strategy Consulting and former DIA intelligence officer, told Fox News Digital. So Dugina, journalist and daughter of Alexander Dugin, died Saturday evening in an explosion while driving her car along the Mozhaiskoye highway in the Moscow region after leaving a music festival. Authorities have said an explosion device planted under the car went off, and officials moved quickly to declare it a terrorist attack and point blank at Ukrainians and Americans alike. Point blame. Ukrainian politician Denis Pushilin, leader of the separatist Donetsk People's Republic, blamed the explosion on terrorists of the Ukrainian regime trying to kill Alexander Dugin. But some have gone even further, such as political analyst Yegor Kolmogorov, who told the Russian outlet Pravda that the attack was no doubt prepared by US and British intelligence services and carried out by Ukrainian saboteurs. He claimed that Kiev itself could not have planned such daring sabotage. Dugin, one of Putin's closest allies and nicknamed Putin's brain, was also at the music festival and supposedly had intended to be with his daughter after leaving the event, but changed his mind at the last minute. Some experts speaking to Russian media have described Dugin as holding a central role in Putin blah 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 blah. Doesn't matter what these guys are saying here. So her father, Alexander Dugin, is the mastermind of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Koffler explained. Again, Koffler is just dumbass, calling him a symbol of the Russian world for pushing his views on Eurasism, which is vital to Putin's entire basis for waging war in Ukraine. And I'm quoting again, one cannot understand Putin thinking and why he is waging war on Ukraine without knowing about Dugin and Eurasism. Putin's doctrine, the strategy are developed around the ideology of the heart, blah 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 blah. These guys are just nobody can understand Putin. Okay, thank you very much, Koffler. Thank you Koffler, thank you very much, and you're Rebecca too. So another Zelensky, tell us what to think. I'm kind of sick of that. Vladimir Gutanev, a member of the Duma, told Russian outlet RG that Alexander Dugin's ideas are widespread in Russia, calling Dugina's death a strike on the ideological front and saying that Russia must provide a quick response. Alexei Kishash, head of the Federation Council Committee on State Construction, echoed the sentiment. So the fact is that they think that it was the Ukrainians, with the help of the United States, trying to kill that guy. I do not think that's the case, and I tell you why. I don't think that that guy had to die and be killed by the United States of America or the Ukrainians. It's like you tried to kill a professor here who says that we should invade Iran. Really? I mean, you got, Bolton and others, but at least those guys had, an influence in the policy. They were over there in the government, but this guy is not even a government. He's a public figure over there, or a private figure, and he's just talking about, and people listen to him or not. People give him importance or not based on his ideas. And nobody forces you to get someone else's ideas unless you identify with those ideas for whatever, feelings or thoughts or, things that you like. Let's put it this way. So I don't think it was the United States of America whatsoever, and I don't think it was the Ukrainians. I don't know if the Ukrainians, but that's my assessment, if the Ukrainians really wanted to do something, they would have done something not to Peskov, not to Zakharova, not to, what's his name, foreign minister, Lavrov. They would have tried to do it to Putin himself. That was, and maybe Shoigu, just to show that they could destroy the defense minister. But like this, a philosopher, because he had some ideas. I mean, how many philosophers here have naughty ideas? Or over there in Russia, I'm pretty sure that's even more, I don't want to say extreme, because I read about this guy and he's a nationalist, which is not a bad thing, because that means you love your nation, which each and every person who lives in a country should love his or her nation. If they don't, they should be, taken somewhere and left with nobody, and be, with allegiance to the stars, but not to the nation that is from. So that's a sick idea, that you don't love your nation. So you should love your nation by default. If you don't, then you have a problem, and I'm going that straight. Now they try to conflate nationalism with how should I put it over there, to the extreme form of hating everybody else, and because you love your country, automatically you should, by these guys' twisted mind, you should hate any other culture, which is not correct. You love your country and your nation more than other nations and other countries. That's a healthy feeling. I love my family more than your family, and you love your family more than my family. Is that healthy or unhealthy? That's healthy. They want you to not love your family and not love my family, not love nobody or love everybody. Now that's impossible. We know that. We're not machines here, we're human beings. So he was a nationalist, and he was about the Russian traditions, which run against the woke ideology. So here we have again all that. The Russian traditions. Anything wrong? They have a culture. Do you want to change it with whose culture? Why? That's another problem, why Russia has to disappear, or at least has to become what we have here. They try to push here, and in only in Western countries, if you realize. It's only a few Western countries and the white countries that have to embrace this woke avant-garde ideology. Not Sudan, not Japan, not just somehow only these guys need to change their views, because they are, some people see them as being evil, as just being like that. A lot of inferiority complex runs in many chancelleries, and they want to destroy whatever others created. So that's not good. And if you don't oppose those forces, you will perish. And then what's going to take over? Okay. But by their theory, it doesn't matter who lives where, they're going to create as great culture as anybody else, because we're all the same. Okay, so this is this Dugin. So he imposes this on the Russians somehow, so he has to die. So I don't know exactly who this Dugin stepped on, whose shoes, that he has to pay with his life. But crazies are everywhere, and extreme people are everywhere, were, are, and will be. and to try to insulate ourselves from those people, or to think, oh, there will be somehow we have to make sure that everybody is safe. That is a childlike mentality. Danger is whenever you stepped out of the house. Not even if you stepped out of your house you're safe. Even if you're in your house you're not safe. Crazies are everywhere. A meteor can fall in your house, or an airplane, or who knows what. So if you go by that, what are you going to do this because you're not safe anywhere? So there are levels of safety. You can't be like, you know, oh my God, I'm going to work, I'm going to drive the car, safety first. I mean, really? And they try to make our culture to that level. Well, I'm not scared of that. Leave me alone. So we don't know yet, according to these guys, who did it, but I suspect it was not the US and it was not Ukraine. There's no reason why they should try to destroy that guy. I told you who might be the one who they would want gone, because that's the guy who can make decisions, not Dugin and his daughter and his cat. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.